Welcome to this session. Today we are going to see enumeration. Enumeration is playing a vital role in Java. Normally, this enumeration is nothing but it's a special kind of data that is used to define fix a set of named constants. Enum primarily used when you need a variable to take one of the limited number of predefined values such as months of a year, days of a week, and compass direction, state of an object, or these kind of things are if you want to represent something which is fixed, no one wants to change that, but it has to be utilized later part. On that time, we can go for this enum. Enum is actually a class type in Java, and this is really going to help us in doing certain operations. Uh, Basically, in C++ and all, the enumeration is just used as a integer constants because it is going to be bind up with a numerical value, and it can also be treated as numbers in some sense. For example, if you am asking you a question that okay, so today is Monday, okay, uh, when we are going to have Thursday. So you will see after 2 days, but we are talking with about two strings, but finally the result is going to be a number. So how it is? So you will have in mind this is the day, okay, first day, that is Monday is the first day, then Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday is fourth day. Okay, so based on that, the gap you will be calculating that. Okay, so that kind of things can be achieved through this. So here enum, if you see, it is using a keyword called enum, and when you create a enum class, whatever giving by you inside that, those things are going to be the identifiers or constants, or it is called as the objects of the enum. Okay, so apart from this, you cannot create any other object for this particular enum class. Whatever you give inside, that will be fixed. You can just retrieve that, store in some variable, utilize, that is the other part of the story. Now, all these members again public, anyone can see that. Static, only handled with the help of enum class name. Final, constant, no changes can be done in this. Okay, so this is what we have. Normally, whenever I create days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, all these are comes under days. Same way, if I have fruits in a shop, okay, I cannot sell all kind of fruits in the world. I have my fixed uh, category of fruits. Then I can make it as a constant in a enum class called fruit. That is possible. So here another concept that you want to know here is, since all these uh, constants, that is the objects, are going to be fixed outside this, you can't use new keyword to instantiate new object. Only you can take that and utilize, but you can't create the new one. So how to utilize that? First you have to declare a variable which is same type of that particular enum class. Next, assign. How do you assign? You know that it is static, so the enum class name dot the object name, that you have to give it. So this can be utilized in all our some operators, like equal to, greater than, less than, all comparison operators, and it can also used with equals, compare to. Apart from that, it is also having its own specific enum kind of functions. All those things we can use. Even it can be used in switch cases and conditional statements. It works very well. You can see in this switch case already we created an object for fruits, that is f. Okay, f is a variable which is assigned with apple fruit object. Now you can just pass it in a case where apple, kiwi, all these things you can keep it in the case. But if you see or observe the things, The apple is not in double quotes. It means what? Apple is not a string. Okay, apple is enum constant. If you don't have such kind of constant, on that time you should put double quotes and see. Okay, even it is not directly possible to compare the strings with enum constants. They are entirely different. Okay, in displaying you can see that you can directly display f. Now as per our assignment, it is apple. It will print just apple. But the second one you see days dot mon, it will print mon. That is Monday. Okay. Now there are two functions available. There are some more functions are available. Let us see what is values and value of now. Values is helping us to convert or map the corresponding enum object for the input given string. So if I pass a string inside, the corresponding enum object will be identified. Make sure that it is case sensitive and you have to give exactly as the name of the constant. If you have correct string input, then you can identify it. Why do we want that? Because whenever the user wants to utilize a particular enum type, he cannot give typing the enum type directly. Only as a user, I can type constants, sorry, strings. The string has to be converted. For that, we use this. The next one is value of. Value of is nothing but it will fetch all the constant objects of a particular enum class type and it will give as an array. We have to hold it by creating an array of class type. Then we can print one by one, we can operate anyway. You can just observe the example of these two things. First, in this example, we create a variable for fruit. The variable name is fr. After that, we are creating another array variable called all fruit and its data type also fruits. Next, what do we do is using values, we are getting an array of fruits and we are storing it. So all fruits are displayed one by one using for each style. The next one is using value of. You see already we have apple, orange, kiwi, pears and cherry. Kiwi is given as a string and we are searching for the equivalent enum constant and we are going to have that constant in fr and if I am trying to print that it will print kiwi. Yes, so even you can print, okay, one by one. That for that only it has shown. Now, this Java enumerations are class type, yes. Therefore, you can have a constructor, you can have method, you can have a data member. All these things are possible. Even you can inherit or implement the interface which is already designed. You can give your own overridden methods inside this. And here each and every constant that we give is object of that enum. They are not changeable and constructors are used to create the enum constants with some value added parameters that we'll see at the time of coding demo. Each enumeration constant have its own copy of it in the sense, for example, already Monday is there. Can I create another Monday? No. You will take a copy of that one and you will utilize it. Can I change Monday to another new day? Okay. No, that is not possible. You see the advanced one of the earlier example that enum fruits is there. Earlier we just had the name of the fruits, but now we are also having the price. So 70, 35, 160, 55 and 60. For each and every fruit, price is different. So how am I going to map this meat? Okay, so what I just do here is I'm just going to here just check, okay, how to give this value to that particular corresponding fruit. For that only we write constructor. We wrote here one argument constructor which is getting an integer called p and it is assigned to the price. If I am not writing this constructor and I am giving apple and 70, on that time what will happen is it will show error. Okay, so due to the constructor only it is happening. And next, if you see here, we can write a function also. If I want to uh, print the cost of that or the price, for that I can customize and I can create my own method. That is also possible. So now you see we created a simple fruit enum, and that enum is going to have a data member, one argument constructor, and one method. How we are going to utilize? By creating a object reference fruits f. We are not using new keyword, we just assign some fruits for that. So if you want, you can assign fruits dot apple or orange, kiwi, whichever is comfortable. So if I want to know the prices, on that time I will be going based on the object. So now you see, I want to know the kiwi's price. Simply I can't type kiwi. Kiwi belongs to what? Fruits. So fruits dot kiwi dot get price. It will print 160 rupees. Even I can just say fruits dot values. It will give all information, even the prices. So after storing in an array, we can just print one by one element by getting its price. Everything is possible. Even it gives you good flexibility, and also it puts a constraint that more than that you can't have extra objects. For that purpose only, we are going to have this. So you can't create a new object. Just utilize whatever you have. The loan schemes that are available in the bank, and the offer category that are available in the markets, and there's even the different kind of members of any OTT platform, any e-commerce platform. All the classes, the categories are kept as enum, and they work on that. Now the restrictions, as we know that we are not going to utilize what? New keyword. We are not going to inherit. We are not going to keep this as superclass. Neither child class nor parent class. Now there are some more methods that are really good if you are knowing. Such methods are ordinal and comparative. Basically, these Java classes are inheriting java.lang.enum. This is in our default package, and yeah, because of that only we get all these kind of functions. This ordinal function help you to give the index portion of that one. It is going to be a number. That number is going to be connected with that. For example, if I'm creating five variables, five objects inside a enum, first object will be 0, second is 1, and third is 2, and so on. This is how the number will be given. And compare to is using that number, it will compare and it will give you the answer. If both are equal, it will give 0. If the first one, for example, I have two constants for fruit, f1 dot compare to f2. If f1 is greater value, on that time it will give a positive number as answer. If f1 is having lesser value compared to f2, on that time it will give a negative value. So this is how three types of answers are given by the comparative function. Now here equals and equal to both works very fine. As you see, all the comparisons are taken place using the ordinal value. Ordinal value is nothing but the integer which is binded with that particular enum object. And but you see that equals, okay, equals is going to check, okay, if it is belongs to the same enum types variable, okay, that it will check. After that, is it going to be same object of same type? So if all these constraints satisfies, then only the equals will give the correct answer. So now what do we do is we'll just go and have a demo of this one, so that it will be easy for us to understand the things. Okay. Fine. So now here we are going to see a demo of this one. Here I'm going to tell you how we are going to create a enum type, how we are going to have data members, member functions, even the constructor, how to utilize the objects that we have inside that, all those things. Now let us take that. I'm going to have some set of courses in my college, and each course is having different cutoffs based on the demand. So what I do is I'm going to just have, okay, an enumeration, because other than that I don't have a new courses, so that's why I'm using this one. Okay, so enum courses. So inside that I'm going to run only computer science based courses like CSE. For CSE you need a 75 percentage cutoff, and I'm just going to have one more thing called AI. For that they need 70 percentage cutoff, and the next one is we are going to have cyber security. Um, okay, cyber security. For that, I need 60 percentage, and the blockchain. Okay, blockchain. I'm going to have. You see the color of that? It's blue color. It's neither keyboard color. It's nor a normal one. You can see, and I need only 55 percentage cutoff. Then I'm closing this. It is showing error because I have to write the constructor, because I have passed one argument at the time of object creation, right? Because of that only it is showing. Let me write my constructor, and here I want to have an integer value, because integer only I've stored. Okay, where I'm going to store, what is my data member? So I'm just going to have cutoff. Okay, so this is my cutoff, and I'm just going to give cutoff equal to x. So now what happens? For CSE, object is created with a cutoff of 75, A with a cutoff of 70, cyber security 60, and blockchain 55. So this is how we normally do. And here what I'm going to do is I'm going to write a new function called get admission. So some student is going to say that, okay, I want admission in this particular thing. This is what my cutoff. So he is going to give its cutoff value. Okay. So input mark. This is what he is going to give. So what we do is, if I'm going to call, obviously with the help of object only I can call. So object automatically will have corresponding cutoff. So what I do is, if the input mark is greater than or equal to cutoff, on that time I'll say congratulations, you're getting admitted. You are getting admitted. Else, since it's a one line statement, we don't want brackets. Else, I'll just write I'll just say that, sorry, choose another course. Okay, so now as I promised, I'm going to have everything, right? I'm going to have a constructor. Even I can have a constructor. Overloading can be possible. You see here, courses no argument constructor. By default I can say that cutoff is 60. Okay, if I'm saying cutoff is 60, for cyber security I'm not going to give this, so even it works fine. Earlier if I was doing, it will show error. So my enum type is totally ready here. Let me use this. How to use? So I'm just creating an object for this. So courses C1, and this is object creation. If I want to assign, how do I do? I'll just do courses dot, you can see all the courses are coming here. I'm just putting a cybersecurity. Okay, so and semicolon, yes, it's ready. If you see here, if I want to do use of the functions, like values, value of, okay, so C courses dot value of, sorry, value of, I'm just giving a string of cyber security. Okay, okay, because it is mapping a string with the corresponding value. Let us see whether it's working or not. The first one, value of, is it printing? Yes. So this cyber security which is printed is, it's an object actually. Okay, now I'm going to have an array of courses, array equal to, I'll just give courses dot values. So it returns an array. If I want to print what are the things that are available, I can just use a for loop, and I'm just giving here courses, because it is a course array, courses I, from that array I'm printing all one by one. I'm printing I. Let us see whether it's working or not. So first it will print the cyber security because we have printed. After that, it is printing, yes. You see all CSC, AA, cyber security, blockchain, everything is printed. So values of, we have seen. Now I'm going to utilize what? I'm going to utilize get admit. So how am I? I'm just already having cyber security in C1. So C1 dot get admit, and I'm going to tell my mark is only 45% is my cutoff. Let us see what it is going to say for that. Sorry, choose another course. I'm just giving that 795, and I'm executing this. Now, congratulations. You see, even you want to print the ordinal number of this. Yes, it's possible. So I'll print here the ordinal number, system.out.println c dot, sorry, c1 dot ordinal. Yes, what is the ordinal number of cybersecurity? It is 012. Okay, so here let us see whether it's printing 012. Okay, 122 is the answer, it's printing. So this is how we normally use this. Hope this session is beneficial to you. Okay, have a great day. Thank you.